Back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. For today's episode, I want to discuss a few veterans that are available for potential trade for second-round picks. So I did an episode where we talked about some centers or bigs that were available. And for this episode, I want to talk about some guards who are available before the February 6th trade deadline. And so those two players are Malcom Brogdon and Jordan Clarkson. And with the trade deadline fast approaching, both players have been linked to be potentially moved, and both could be a fit potentially for the Miami Heat. So I want to break down who should the Miami Heat go after. Should they go after Malcom Brogdon or should they go after Clarkson? But before we get into the episode, just want to thank everybody for supporting the channel, and I'm pushing to 2,000 subscribers. So make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you're a Miami Heat fan or an NBA fan looking to learn more about more information around these trade rumors and speculation. So let's start off with Malcom Brogdon. So the veteran guard has a lot to offer, even though he is literally injury prone, and he has been injured this season also, and he's dealt with setbacks so far this season. So Brogdon is on a $22.5 million expiring contract, and he's only appeared in 14 games due to thumb surgery, but he's still showing that he can thrive as a rotational guard on a contending team. So this season, he's putting up 14.2 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. On efficient shooting splits, he's shooting 45% from the field and 35% from three and 85% from the free throw line. So again, Brogdon has been a key player on certain teams in the past. He's won sixth man of the year, I think back when he was on Boston in 2023. So this shows that he is capable of thriving, even if it is in a reduced role. And that's exactly what Miami Heat they might need. They need another floor general, essentially, since Terry Rozier is not a real point guard. They have Drew Smith, who's been injured as well. So with his ability to facilitate and, score efficiently at times, Brogdon could be a good backup for the Miami Heat, potentially, if they're willing to take on his expiring contract and are looking for someone that can facilitate and help with the second unit. Next up, we have Jordan Clarkson, who is another veteran who can make an instant impact for the Miami Heat. I don't know if any of these guys make sense, honestly, but still, they're options that are available. Clarkson is a dynamic scorer, currently averaging 16.3 points per game as a reserve for the Utah Jazz. He is a sixth man of the year candidate. He's an explosive guard who can light it up off the bench. And again, he's only shooting 32% from three this season, but he is a guy who is very streaky, who can get very hot. He's still a dangerous offensive weapon off of the bench. So again, he has the ability to create shots. He could score in bunches. Clarkson would add a new dimension to the Miami Heat's offense, especially coming off the bench as a sixth man or a secondary scorer alongside Tyler Hero, who needs some help, quite frankly, because Jimmy Butler's been hurt and Bam Adebayo has regressed offensively. So Clarkson could be that good fit. He could be kind of like that Alex Burks, even though we already have a Burks, but he is a little bit better than Burks, I think, from a scoring perspective. He does, have that inconsistency behind the arc, but his scoring ability and experience in high pressure situations make him an intriguing option for the Miami Heat. So the Jazz are reportedly looking to move him on. The asking price would be like second round picks. So that's not a lot to ask for either of these players. Ideally, I think I'd probably prefer Clarkson over Brogdon because he's so injury prone. But when it comes to adding scoring, depth, and playmaking, these guys could be good options. But defensively, these guys won't be great defenders, obviously, but with Brogdon, you're looking at someone who could score and facilitate. With Clarkson, you're looking for someone who could score in bunches. So either player could be a valuable asset for the Miami Heat, but not sure either would be the best fit. But of the two, who do you think would make the most sense for the Miami Heat?